So I'm just a real do-it-yourself type of dude. Not even for bragging rights, just because if I do it myself, I know exactly how it's going to be done. I know it's going to be done properly.
It's not about your resources, it's about your resourcefulness. I worked hard for this shit.
My name is Jeff Logan. I'm an actor, model, entrepreneur. I own Logan Performance, Become Nutrition, and No Beast Mode Clothing. I'm in music videos. I'm in television shows. I'm in films. Today I'm going to talk about Logan Performance. Basically, Logan Performance it started out online as training programs, and I always had this vision. I always had this distinct vision of having a gym.
Not fit in there. Look at that. Nah, bro, we got the heavy artillery. We got the heavy artillery coming in.
Y'all ain't pulling my leg out.
Nah, man.
What's up, YouTube?
Y'all from here?
Mississippi. You doing your YouTube thing?
YouTube.
What's up, YouTube? Chris Moore delivering to Jeff Logan. Shanika, guess who I'm delivering to? Take a wild guess. Delivering to the actor Jeff Logan. I'm for real. Wow, how you hear his voice? Wow, man. Got a nice property, Mr. Jeff.
Appreciate you, man. Thank you.
I'm cool, but I would have never thought I would have met the man, though, man. Like every night I watch some of his YouTube videos.
That's what's up.
A physical, tangible facility, you know? I just held that vision. And I believe it's the people who hold the vision the longest and are willing to endure everything that comes with holding this vision are the ones who eventually attain it, eventually the ones who grab it. I posted a video before about the first facility in California, living in that facility. It was my live workspace. I lived in there because I moved to LA. We'll talk about the whole come up story another time. That's another time. We're sticking on Logan Performance. So I just came back from Spain, and I was living there for like a year, and I came back from Spain, and I had this vision of having a gym in Los Angeles, and that's what I did. I just wanted to boss up and have my own facility. I got sick of facilities closing on me, or you not being able to do certain things, you're not being able to film, you're not being able to do this, do that, do this. And I'm like, I need somewhere where I can spread my wings in a sense, So, and on that couch, that person's couch where I lived, there was a gym, and I was training all these people in and out. That's what I would do all day, was back-to-back sessions. Like one session would end, another session would start. One session would end, another session would start. And I would do cardio in the morning, and I would train at night. The same things that I do now. The same things that I do now got me here. So I don't depart from certain things that got me there. But even that, sometimes people wanted to come at 3 a.m. and it was some celebrity clientele. So I needed my own space. I just started saving my money up. I saw the vision, and I thought it was just gonna be some smooth transition over. And I'm going to view places, just different commercial spaces. And I slowly realized, man, I need a place to live as well. So I was looking up live works, and I had a vision of I sleep in a certain area, and then it's a gym area, but it's a spot no one knows, on some Batman type of stuff. Looking around, it was I got told no so much. My credit, work history, because it's a make-believe job. So they're going to call somebody about your work history, and the person to call is you. They wanted previous rent history. The last apartment that I rented was a studio apartment in Barcelona. So, they couldn't just call them, they're Spanish speaking, and it's a whole thing. So I'm getting told no. No one trusts me. No one trusts me to lease a space in Los Angeles. So I'm just perfect spaces, perfect. I'm walking in the space. I'm yeah, I'm gonna put this there. I'm gonna put this there. They got mirrors, and the location is perfect. Got foot traffic. Sorry, Mr. Logan, we're gonna have to decline you on this. Oh! But I didn't let that stop me. So I kept looking at spaces, kept praying about it, kept working, kept training people in between. Boom, found a spot. So I found that spot, got in there. They made me put an extra month down on rent, because I was I'm gonna get in here, and I calculated everything down to a T, and I'm okay, I'm gonna pay X. here's the deposit, and then I'm gonna get some equipment. Well, my situation, bad credit, no live history, work history, I had to put down extra money. So my account was zero, nothing was in my account. So I get this space, and I'm there the first night, and I slept in there the first night, you know, and I'm just like, I got it. You know what I mean? I was like, I got the space, let's do this. So I slept in there, moved all my stuff, which was just a box. It was all the clothes that I modeled in before, and a few toiletries that I didn't have too many possessions, didn't have any furniture or anything like that. So I'm in this empty space. It was probably about 1,500 square feet. It was sectioned off into 2 spots, and then it was a closet, and then a back office and a bathroom and a kitchenette, no stove or anything like that. And I remember the first client I brought her in there, and I was like, oh, I got the spot, you know, you can come through, train, I got my gym now, you know. And she gets in there, she's just like, there's no equipment in it. I was like, yeah, it's on the way. Like there's no equipment. I was like, I just got it yesterday, like, you know, the equipment's on the way. I mean, the equipment was still at the store, you know, I didn't purchase it or anything like that, but it was on the way, you know. Ultimately, it was on the way. And I gave her the most craziest body weight workout I could think of. Oh man, I crushed her. Every body weight exercise I had in here, I hit her with it. We had this little outside area, so I mean that was cool. And then I slowly like brought all my clients over, and then like, you know, they're still paying and all that good stuff. And then I'm doing my online clients and I'm modeling for different brands. And yeah, I slowly started accumulating equipment. And it's some of the same equipment I got in here right now. Like it's crazy. It's crazy to look at some of that stuff, like knowing what I went through, like, you know, whether it was a Craigslist, whether it was a brand new piece of equipment that got delivered, or something that I just saw, you know, in the older gym or something like that, something that I was painting things. The LA spot, it was a TV show got shot in there. It was cool, man. LA was really cool. I knew I needed to live in an apartment. I needed a bed. I needed. It was a long time. It was a long time before I slept in a bed. Yeah, I slept on the gym mat. Then I graduated from the gym mat to a futon that I had in my office. And I was like, man, I did this for a year, stayed down, saved my money, stayed focused. And I was like, it's time to get an apartment, stay in the bed, you know, for the first time in a long time. So I took the gym, and I was doing a lot more like online training, and I was on the road a lot modeling for different brands, fitness brands, fashion brands, and all that good stuff. So I put the gym into storage. It was like, oh man, you couldn't survive LA and compete with these chain gyms. I never competed with chain gyms. Like, I'm my own thing, I'm my own beast. I don't have to compete. I don't have to compare it, because it's nothing that's like this. It was the only one-on-one experience in LA. Honestly, one-on-one, model. No one else was in the gym at the same time. A client of mine was in the gym. You know, one-on-one, not for the trainers over here, not the whole gym over here. It was one-on-one. It was exclusive, you know. And I think people put titles on things and they don't stick to that title. You know, I'm impeccable with my words. So if I'm telling you it's a one-on-one training session, it's just gonna be us there, you know what I'm saying? It's a very dynamic industry to me. So I packed it up, I put it in storage, I had it in storage for a little bit, got out of storage, and then I put it in the garage of my house in Calabasas. And I mean, this thing was like, it was great, it worked out great. It was small, had a few clients there, a few link ups. But it was small. Like, it was always like, it was still a garage. No matter which way you flipped it, no matter what camera angle you used, it was a garage. And I'm just like, man, I need to spread my wings, you know? LA happened. And again, why we moved from LA, that's a whole other story, whole other video, whole other podcast, whatever. But I saw this piece of property, and I mean, it was amazing. I mean, I'm in here right now. As you can hear, it's quiet. Peaceful. No one's telling me to turn the music down, put a shirt on, put some shoes on, anything. I mean, it gets intense in here. I mean, the workouts are very, very intense in here, and I feel like I'm not limited in here, where I can create programs. I can ready myself for, you know, more film, more modeling, more acting, just everything. I can be ready in here. This is where because in the Bible it says, dedicate your will to the Lord and your thoughts will succeed. So this is where I can give up my offering of, you know, my sacrifice. This is where I can give my gift in here. You know, this is my sanctuary. I give thanks. This is where I honor the Most High in here, you know. And who am I to think small? You know, this is a 5,000 square foot building on our property. You know, there's no lease, there's no, hey, do you think I can lease this? Or you got to adhere to this. No, I'll write on the walls if I want to, you know? And that freedom, I think is how we're supposed to feel. It's how I'm supposed to feel. I don't want to speak for anyone else, but the freedom is how I'm supposed to feel. And I feel my most free here in my gym in Logan Performance. From Logan Performance being Logan Performance Services at gmail.com. You know, me writing some guy's diet to like a tangible, standalone building that is mine, you know? And for me, it's not a celebration because this is what I work towards. This is the compound interest of the daily decisions, the daily deposits that I put in my Logan Performance bank account, you know, that I put in my bank account of success, so to say. So it's not a surprise. It's not, you know, yeah, I'm grateful. Of course I'm grateful. But it was supposed to happen like this. I didn't accidentally save money. I didn't accidentally hold a vision in my head for so long that it was just burning desire. Just had to do it, man. Like, this is what I'm supposed to do, you know? Like, you grow up watching Batman and stuff, and you see Batman always have his back cave. He goes to the back cave and he parks the car in there, throws his jacket, you know? This is my back cave. So I think a big thing is time. I think time magnifies things. So time took the little one $300 Joe Eater rack, God rest his soul, and turned it into a 5,000 square foot facility on the property that I own. You know what I'm saying? So time magnifies things. Time will take that junior peewee football player, 6, 7-year-old kid, and turn him into an NFL football player. You know, time. What is he doing between that time? What are you doing in between your time to magnify your dream, you know? And that's what I did. I did these steps, again, compound interest, boom, 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 daily deposits in my bank account of success. That's what I did, and that's what I still do. 2 years ago, you were doing this. And it's always, I'm doing cardio, I'm working out, I'm grinding, I'm singing in the thing. Like, this is what I do. This is what I do. You know, now there's billboards in LA, you know? Actor, model, CEO, all of that. I put that in my bio way back when. People was clowning me. Why you put actor? You ain't even in nothing. I said, why do I have to explain it to you? I don't ever explain my vision to anybody. Someone's outside energy to throw you off course. I don't explain anything to anybody. I'll show you when it's done. I don't even gotta talk about it because I don't need that validation to speak on it. You know? And I don't need to speak on what's coming up next. I'm gonna just show you when it's done, you know? In this gym, so the inspiration behind the gym it's the sum of every gym that I've been to. I mean, let's Gold's Gym Venice. I mean, modernized gyms in LA and Rome. I mean, really high-tech hotel gyms, street gyms, really rough gyms, you know, Diamond Gym, Super Gym, Warhouse, shit. The gyms in Vegas, everywhere, man. Every little hotel gym I've been in. Like, I work out, you know? This is what I do. Every day I work out. This gym is just a sum of all the gyms that I done worked out in. All over the globe. I've been to Switzerland, I've been to Spain, I've been to Rome, I've been to Ibiza, I've been to the UK. UK got some nice gyms. I've been all over. Collegiate gyms, like strength and conditioning program gyms, NFL gyms, I've been in all of them. So this gym is a sum of one, what I need, what I like. Everything is in here. That's my favorite machine that I like, that I use. That's also effective in, you know, bettering myself, attaining my best physique I can, my leanest physique possible, staying ready for film, staying ready for the next level and everything in between. Staying healthy, staying stress-free. It's a great stress reliever. This is an amazing therapy building. This is my therapist. I'm about to go see my therapist. My therapist is heavy, it's iron. So I've been off of YouTube for a minute because I was moving. I was driving here, setting things up. There's no real time to have your phone. Like, I had my phone during it. I recorded as much as I could. Again, I recorded that alone. I got the camera, I set it up by myself, you know? Like, and honestly, the gym was set up before the house. I mean, there's still rooms that are vacant. There's a second floor of the house that's vacant. There's nothing up there. There's not, like, first days, like, moving in, I just was like, moving things around. You know what I mean? I'm in here just moving things around, like doing cardio at the same time, like popping out here, the bed's on the floor and everything. I'm just like popping out here, doing cardio with the garage doors, just like kidding, because I'm more motivated than ever. I'm just kidding, you know. And I think my motivation is through the roof right now. I mean, I've never been this motivated, this focused, this like, just so much like, just aggression and just like, well, you name it, it's in here. I'll call it a fire. I'll call it a fire. There's just so much fire within that's like, it's like, man, this just fan it. This just put light fluid all over. I'm ready to go. Why did I build it myself? Well, I mean, I'm a do-it-yourself type of guy. Everything I've built has been alone. I don't have people checking in on me. Everything I do is alone, you know? Like, when I'm doing cardio, no one's waking me up at 5. When I'm doing prayer at 5 and 4 in the morning, no one's waking me up. Like, nobody's, like, instructing me to do this. Like, this is all me, regardless. And I like doing things that suck anyway, you know? So it's like, when it's something that's a challenge, I love a challenge. I love stepping up to the plate, accepting the challenge and overcoming it. Like, these mats are heavy. I drag them all into place. The machines, I put them all together, drag them in here, drag them off of the mats, put the mats in, drag the machines back, and I'm still working out in between all this, you know? I mean, I'm not eating, I'm just like, just making it happen until it gets to a point where, until the gym got to a point where it's like, man, I just sometimes I just look back, I just sit back and I'm just like, man, like I built this, you know? And also in order to say that I built it. Not for bragging rights, but just because I built it in here, so I had to build it out here. Because who am I to just be like, you know, obviously I could hire a crew. That's not that I could hire a crew to come, you know, use the ratchets and put all this stuff together. I mean, that would have been a lot easier. It would have been a lot more, more time productive. But I had to go through the suck. I had to go through the fumes of painting machines, putting them together wrong and putting them together properly, you know, mirror hanging, and I'm looking around at everything. It was a point where a new machine was coming in every day. And it's just like, oh, gotta put another one together, And it was just like a train, you couldn't stop it, you know? And now, I would say I'm like 70% done. There's some touches that have to be done that are above my level of expertise. And that if I attempted them, they wouldn't come out as well as if a professional did it. Meaning like bathroom installation in here, like drywall, obviously doing the ceiling insulation. I'm not skilled in any of those type of things. And for me to learn that skill would take longer than it was for a professional just to come in here. Like I had an electrician in here the other day, and they're telling me like you gotta dig out the septic and we gotta go all the way down to the septic, and like I'm learning different stuff. And I'm just like, oh yeah, the septic, yeah. You know, but I'm learning as I go. But as far as like the hard, sucky work, like when they come and install a bathroom, that's gonna be a crew, okay? That's gonna be like maybe 5 to 10 individuals, like, you know, demolition type of thing. But I had to do the sucky parts. In the cold alone, I had to feel it because I saw it up here. And I held it for so long. Let me think how many years, like from the first Logan Performance Services at Gmail, that was maybe like 2012, 2011, when I was just finishing college, still living in Connecticut. Yeah. So you're gonna hold that vision. And that's the thing, it says he who holds the rose has to be willing to get pricked by the thorn. And I'm 100% willing to get pricked by the thorn. I'm a thorn as well, you know? So it's like, I'm holding this vision for so long. And like I used to get pricked by the thorn, and like I done grew a callus, it doesn't matter. Yeah, I'm holding it, waving it around. I want to hold it, you know what I'm saying? So this gym, this facility was something I had to do. Obviously, I can do more marketing in here. I'm staying ready for roles. I'm staying ready for film. I'm like I got booked the other day in Los Angeles. They didn't even know I wasn't in LA. They booked me. Shout out to ASIP. They booked me, And like, yeah, shoots on Friday. I'm like, oh, cool, see you Friday. And this was on Wednesday or Thursday. I'll see you there. Hopped on the plane, I'm there. You know, I'm in LA. You know, change the weather with one flight. But I was ready because this facility, I'm ready. Training programs are online. I'm shooting Become Nutrition content in here. Tons of Become Nutrition content. Tons of content to motivate people. So the motivation is just flowing right now. And also it's a fitness facility where above everything, one, other people can get in shape. My family's in here working out, my wife's in here working out, my sons are working out in here. Yeah, it's just beautiful, you know? And I remember my father, my dad is a really, really busy man, you know, I love my father. And I watched him just work. Like, never seen nobody work like my dad, man. Work ethic. He'll fall asleep standing up because he worked so hard the night before, I haven't been asleep. You know, that type of work ethic, yeah. And we always talked about it, like, yeah, we're gonna put the garage. And when he said, like, yeah, we're gonna put a gym in the garage, I was like, oh man. And you know, like, I saw like a shot. Granted, our garage was a one-car garage. I was like, man, we could put a shower in there. We could do this. We could do that. We could do this. Because he had a power rack, and it was I'll never forget. It was a Joe Weider power rack. It was white and black. The pull-up bar was black, and the thing was white. It had a bunch of dings in it for me throwing weights back and racking weights. And I mean, by the time I got finished with this thing was like bent up to the point of no return. But I had one rack down there. I was about 15, 16 years old. So, because we wanted to do the garage, but we ended up just doing the basement. So I did this when I was 15 years old, 14 years old, in my mom's basement, you know? I think I got a picture of it. I do got a picture of it. And I had all these bodybuilding photos, like, behind me, all these people. I had my little press clippings from the local football teams, and like they was talking about the year before me. I'm like, man, I'm gonna get the paper, man. You know, like I just had this fire burning, always had this fire burning internally. And from the days of working out in my mom's basement, now this is just what time does. Time magnifies things. So time takes your work ethic, takes your compounded interest, and it magnifies it. It makes it look very, very huge if you keep going. Meaning, this is just a bigger version of what was in my mom's basement. I think time magnifies things, and what we do in between the time that we're waiting for our dream to manifest is what brings it quicker and what makes it bigger. Because I always saw this. I was never a type of dude to party. Parties, I was like working at the club versus being a patron. And, while everybody else was doing, I don't know what they were doing. I don't know what kids do. Bro. When I was young, I trained every day. I trained hard too, and I got results, and I was the strongest in my town, man. I was the strongest in my town, and that went on to, a couple other records, of strength, and that's what I did.
That's fun.
Yo, I believe this is 3 weeks in. Gym progress. Got some machines going down.